Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy IV/2. You might be wondering, well, where are you guys at the moment? Or where are you at the moment? And I'm like, well, the entire tower was just nothing but constant monsters. I tried to record an episode, but I couldn't really get a word in edgewise because there were just non-stop battles. And I figured that wouldn't be fun to watch, so I skipped that. I had to basically cut out all the battles, which means I had to cut out most of the stuff that I did. And yeah. In the while of that, I got everything in this tower off screen because, yeah, it was a pain to record. So the things you can get in this place are arrows, ice armor, and a few other things. I put most of it on Kain, but I don't know if Kain's gonna live, so... Master Rubicant, please be careful. Evelyn's fallen to... So the threat is gone. I'll take care of this place while I'm gone. Gobaz and Rubicant, both are gone. Now I'm the leader here. Weird guy. Gosh. Who's there? These people are out right in the open, you can't see them. What prescription is your glasses? Oops. Cecil. What you call for help, Doctor? Don't take me so lightly or you'll get burned. Make me laugh. Face my beloved child, Balnab. Frankenstein, huh? Oops. I need her to cure the damage. Because you can stupidly hit party members in this game. Kain, why don't you just jump on yourself, you know? Okay. I'll show you my real strength. Really? Heal can only be used on one character? Haha, the Tower of Babel connects the ground and the underground. Rubicon has already moved up all the crystals to the upper world, and I shall annihilate the dwarves with my super cannon. Dwarves are in danger. Must stop the super cannon. Must destroy it. Hmm. You can tell a lot of the inspiration that they took for games like Secret of Mana and Secret of Evermore, which are kind of spin-offs of this series. Even Chrono Trigger, the bits were a part of the game as well. Your fun is over. How'd you get in here? Get them! That's what the dork imp. With how the translation's been, I wouldn't be surprised, but... Man, I feel bad for companies back in the day that had to suffer with this being the best they could do. Back in the day of terrible translations. How about this? No one can stop the super cannon anymore. What? Yang, what are you doing? I'll take care of this. Go on, escape. No, don't escape. It'll explode. Go. Yang, tell my wife to live for me. Open up, Yang. Yang, please, don't do this. Oh, goodness. Now where do I go? Well, now that someone else is dead, we know we're getting a new party member. Until they die. That's how this game seems to work. Which is one thing that I'd like to note. How do you guys feel about that? Because I'm playing this blind, I've never, you know, beat the game before, but I feel like... Because I've played games before, even today, that have that sort of mechanic where you have a member in your party, but you don't realize you're going to lose them, either because they died or because of, you know, them not being plot relevant anymore, etc. But how I personally felt about the situation is, say you like to farm, like, you like to be over-leveled for an area, or you like to, like, generally just level a little bit and be super prepared for another area, or see how strong you can be without getting a certain item yet. I feel like these kinds of systems would completely screw over that idea. Because, and like I'm throwing in a discussion here, is that like, if you were to farm in this game, like the ones that I just said of, like, any of the ones in general, that are like any of the games that are like this, it's very hard to farm because you farm and then you get to this point in the game and then you're like, well, that was pointless. Because I've thought about farming for a while in this game, and farming to me is quite fun. I like seeing how strong I can be for a fight or whatever. But I gave up doing that in this one because as soon as I seen that characters started dying, and you weren't getting them back, and some of them were really just gone permanently, I was just like, well, there's no point in doing that anymore. The only point is to go from point A to point B, and that's it. Can't really farm, because the only one who benefit is Cecil. I'm like, I'm not raging or anything like that at the game, I'm just saying, like, as a discussion, like, what do you guys think of this idea? Do you wish it was changed, or do you like the concept? Because it would be interesting to know what you guys think behind it, and since I'm now blind playing into the Final Fantasy series, at the moment. I actually don't know anything about the classic Final Fantasy games, period. Other than what I'm playing now and how they are. But I do know what current ones are like, and it's like they force you to farm, and that's it. Which goes into another topic altogether. Like I said, Final Fantasy XIII. This game beats it in a lot of aspects. In fact, almost every aspect, but like... One thing Final Fantasy XIII made you do was farm. Unlike this one. The difference, though, is that in Final Fantasy XIII, you had character perspectives. Instead of, hey, we have a party and this is what it is. And it'll be like that for a long time. Where you just keep switching between character perspectives during story, and it's very hallway simulator in Final Fantasy XIII. Not to take away any story spoilers or anything like that, so I'm gonna try to avoid that, but like... You're forced to kind of farm. And when you're just unleveled enough to go through the area, and you still have a little bit of difficulty going places, you then find out that the next area it sends you to is now 20 levels or so above you, which is pretty ridiculous. Now, I've played other games that are of the same RPG format, where you can go to an area, and there will be enemies that are much higher level than you, of course, in that area, depending on story. One of these I will reference will be Xenoblade, in this like little discussion here. Xenoblade actually does a very good job. It's a very, very long dang game. But it's not really feeling like a hallway simulator. You get to go places, and if you are lucky enough to level super high, you can actually go to places that you should not be at. Because it's very open world of a map. But the enemies you can fight are of course your level, and you can take care of them, usually. And there's strategies you can use, where Final Fantasy XIII just abuses the hallway simulator aspect. There's no enemies that are around your level to fight when you go into a new area for the first time. And you have to scrape by because you cannot fast travel to any of the other areas until much later into the game. And there are some areas you can't go to at all. Like, not to mention, another thing that I really appreciate about this game in comparison to 13 has no towns. You have no physical contact with any other being other than your party. And let's face it, two of them in particular are very annoying. In the sense that they constantly fight with each other. And one is just annoying, period. So, like... That being said, like, I think this one beats its not predecessors, continuations by leaps and bounds. Like I said, the only thing that this game has holding it back is the, for me anyway, is the constant battles, but I feel like that's common for the era that it came out. Oh, that's strong to lightning. Whoops. Other than that, it's a really great game. Like, I like the story and whatever. And I'm not, like, bashing on, oh, the characters died and whatever. I like it when characters die and have meaning behind the death, so that it influences the other characters later on and makes their decisions differ from what they would be if the character had not died. And... you know, showing that there is, in fact, mortality in the game and all that jazz. But, like I said, the only thing that it causes an issue for is you don't know if you should level up a little bit before an area or what level you should be, because it's kind of hard to judge that, at least when I'm first playing the game. I'm sure I'll get better at knowing, okay, I can level to this point before getting to this area, because, you know, if I would have beaten the game, I probably would have known, hey, there's a dangerous area coming up, you need to level a little bit first. But I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Because, again, blind. And then there's games that have the Zelda format, which are kind of like open world to an extent. But the one thing that I always loved in games, which will always give me a special place in my heart, is the town designs and the towns in general. I always loved NPCs, I like interacting with NPCs, and generally, NPCs always have an amazing dialogue option to speak to them. I guess that's one of my biggest beefs with Final Fantasy XIII in particular. But like, this game also has some really good towns, really witty dialogue, and while it has its sad moments, it also has its really funny moments, which I appreciate. I always really like the, I call it break moments, breaking from the what's going on. And I find those necessary, otherwise the tone of your story is in the same mode all the time, and it can get either really dreary or affect your actual, like, mood at the time. That's one reason why I can say a little bit here to add on the discussion. I'm going to talk about ones that don't do this right. Not necessarily game, but I feel like Attack on Titan, the anime, does not do that. I appreciate the first season of it, but it just turns into a constant the enemy of my enemy is my enemy kind of deal to me. And it also doesn't really ever, after a while, loosen up. But that's what I kind of mean with that. I wonder what it's going to do when Kane's jumping. It's just not going to do anything, is it? Oh, it just went to Rosa instead. Well, that's awkward. But anyway. And I know that, by the way, that Attack on Titan was supposed to be one of those animes, that's just my beef. But I also relate that to some games that I've played in the past. They don't really have a good break. For this one, there'll be funny humor at someone's expense, or funny humor in general, and then you get to meet Master Roshi, which was really cool, and then, you know, you could experience all the text with him and his story, and I think the characters are very well wrote for what they are. Also, I'm probably going to make this episode a little bit longer than normal because I've not uploaded in a while. Oh, fair, you get to go twice? 3 times? Probably shouldn't have used Fire 2 now that I think about it. It's gonna auto use on someone who's still alive, isn't it? Crap. Let's just use this real quick. I don't know if this will work, but I'm running out of options. Why is this guy suddenly so strong? Jeez. Really? Okay, that should be full health. Let's see if we can just use magic and leave somehow. Nope. I'm curious what's gonna happen to the dwarves now. Like, how are we gonna escape? I mean, we know Sid was going off somewhere to do something with something, but didn't we fly down here? I'm not sure how we intend this to leave without a ship. You amuse me a lot. Golbez, this is all for play, kids. Farewell. Just in time! Sid! Let's see, poor Yang. This is a girl, ready at the carved mist. Shucks, they're coming. The tortilla chips. Can we shake them off? So they've modified the Red Wings. Tortilla chip battle. It's catching up. Give it your best, Enterprise. Ninja can't last much longer, Cecil. Take the control. Sid, what are you doing? Get out of the underground. I'll close the hole with a bomb. Oh, Sid. Wanted to see your children, Rosa, Cecil. But I guess I'll stay here for a while, go to Baron, and get my workers to help you. Sid! Come on! Be good, Rydia. Hurry to Baron! Go, Buzz, I'll show you the power of the great fireworks of Sid, the Master Engineer. Four heroes remain. Sid, why? It's too dangerous. We'll head toward Baron. Mission in hand! In the next episode? Well, let's head to Nia Island first. We need some heals. Just sleep the nightmares away, Cecil. Let's go. And with that, we lost 2 party members. And the next episode we'll be taking it to Gobez. Hopefully all of this loss has fueled Cecil's strength. Next episode, we'll be taking the fight to Gobez this time. Maybe for the last time. See you guys in the next episode.